Welcome to Fan for Racing Radio. I am Fan for Racing Sharon, and joining me is Sal Segala. Welcome to the show, Sal.
Oh, thank you, Sharon.
Okay, well, we're here to review the NASCAR Cup Series race at Las Vegas, and it was a pretty exciting race. I was able to watch all of that race, and we have a lot to talk about there. Any general thoughts on the race, Sal?
No, it was a typical Vegas race. Um, not too much action. Just a lot of cars going around in circles and fighting for points.
Well, while we all were hoping that Christopher Bell would make history and come up with his fourth straight win at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, we got a little bit of a surprise as Josh Berry grabs his first NASCAR Cup Series victory at Las Vegas, winning an intense battle against Daniel Suarez after a restart with 19 laps left to run. Josh Berry pulled away to a convincing victory in Sunday's Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The win was Berry's first in the NASCAR Cup Series at a track where he won twice in the Xfinity Series car. He said it was one of his favorite tracks. Berry is the fourth straight Wood Brothers Racing driver to pick up his first Cup Series win in the number 21 Ford. It was a very popular win, Sal, for Josh Berry.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, he it was a top popular win, especially for where the race was run at in Vegas.
Yes, indeed. Josh Berry won the Pennzoil 400 NASCAR Cup Series race. It was the 101st win for the Wood brothers. You remember Harrison Burton got the 100th win last year at the Daytona, the last race of the season, for his entry into the playoffs. Daniel Suarez ended up finishing second, followed by the number 60 of Ryan Preece. Then it was William Byron in the number 24, Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, Alex Bowman, AJ Allmendinger, Kyle Larson, and Chase Elliott. It's a really illustrious group of drivers there. The pole sitter, so it didn't come easy for him, just to say. The pole sitter, the number 71 of Michael McDowell, finished in 16th place. The lead lap bonus goes to Tyler Reddick in the number 45. Stage 1 was run by Austin Cindric. Stage 2 by Kyle Larson. And get this was incredible. I think it was pretty history breaking. There were 32 lead changes among 13 drivers, and this is where it gets astounding. 9 cautions for 93 yellow flag laps. The average speed of the race was 124.368 miles per hour, so quite a bit faster than both the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series. I want to get your thoughts about those top 10 finishers, Sal.
Yeah, it was another. Like I said, it was a good win for Josh Berry. Man, his odds were skyrocketed. So I know a lot of people being out there in Vegas, I'm sure bet on the race and made a lot of money off of Josh Berry. But
I
other
wish
than
I was
that,
one of them.
so I know my buddy was one of them. I couldn't believe it when he showed me the ticket. I was like, "Holy smokes, that's a lot of money!" But either way, Daniel Suarez, finally, getting up there, second place. I'm sure he would have wanted the win, but he would have needed probably another race to catch him.
He did a lot of things right, I'll tell you
Oh
that.
yeah, they did. And then Brian Preece, finishing third. William Byron again, catching another top 10. Just quietly, doing what he does. Then the Watermelon Man, Chastain in fifth. Alex Bowman back up in seventh. Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott, who rounded out the top 10. Like you said, everybody was wondering what was going to happen with the Christopher Bell. Well, he had the 12th place finish and didn't get the
He had some
job done.
problems.
Yeah, but he's still he's still a strong contender, for the point for the championship at the end of the season. Um, you know, great job by Las Vegas native Riley Herbst, finishing 19th and being actually the top rookie finisher.
Yes, indeed. Christopher Bell did have some issues, and we're going to talk about some of that on Hot Topics tonight. There were a number of people having tire issues at Las Vegas. His tire, well, one of the cars, who was that? I think it was Kyle Busch. The whole rim and everything came off. So that's kind of scary how many tire issues there were. And pit road mishaps. Christopher Bell had one mishap where they didn't get the tire on right, and he had to stop in his teammate's pit stall in order to get the tire on there correctly before he went back out on the track. So it's kind of a lot for us to talk about with regard to some of the things that happened at the track this weekend. You mentioned some of the people that weren't in the top 10 but had some good runs. You mentioned Riley Herbst. He did have a good one. I'm going to mention some of the people that ran into some problems. Cody Ware, they said this is the first time he's finished absolutely last in a long time, but he had an accident. Let's see if I can read it here. It was on lap 186 that took him out of the race. Then also Ryan Blaney. I felt so bad for Ryan Blaney. He also had an accident on lap 194 that took him out of the race. He had a boatload of problems. Shane Van Gisbergen was out on lap 195 due to that same accident. Everybody else finished the race running, although there were, let's see how many. Cole Custer was the last driver on the lead lap. 26 drivers finished on all 267 laps of the race. So some interesting stats there. The margin of victory was 1.358 seconds. So not as close as some of the other races we've seen so far this year, Sal.
Yes, but you know what? It was still a good win, for Josh Berry, and getting out there, and like I said, Daniel Swartz, finishing in the second spot. It's just going to see how the rest of the season plays out. We still got a lot of good racing left. I'm sure all the fans, everybody's looking forward to.
We mentioned Ty Majeski's bonus fastest lap came on lap 7. Well, Tyler Reddick's bonus fastest lap came on lap 202 at 29.184 seconds for his lap around the track. So pretty interesting there. You want to hit the points for us, Sal?
Yeah, let's get to the points and see where let's see where everybody stacks up after Las Vegas. So far we got William Byron leading the points. We got Christopher Bell in second with 3 wins. Tyler Reddick sitting in third. Chase Elliott fourth. Alex Bowman fifth. Kyle Larson fifth. Ryan Blaney seventh. Joey Logano eighth. Chris Buescher ninth. Ross Chastain 10th. Bubba Wallace 11th. Denny Hamlin 12th. Josh Berry 13th. Let's see who else we got. Mike McDowell 14th. John Hunter Nemechek 15th, and Ricky Stenhouse rounds out the top 16. Actually,
and those guys on the bubble are pretty tight.
Yeah, him and John Hunter are tied for points, and then you also have Tyler Reddick and Chase Elliott at the top, who are tied for points. So
yeah, but the points between, let's see, Josh Berry in 13th and Kyle Busch in 17th is a matter of 5 points.
Yeah. So, it's going to be close.
It's going to be really tight in that bubble. And then, of course, Christopher Bell has the most playoff points already, 16. So he's going to jump to the top when the playoffs begin. The other 2 drivers with playoff points are, of course, the race winners. Josh Berry was 6, as he also has a stage win, as does William Byron, who has 6 playoff points. So Some interesting stuff here.
Oh yeah, it is. Like I said, every week, that we're curious to see who's gonna play the points game,
I like
more
to
than the other ones.
I like to see where the tight battles are, and I'm looking here between third place Tyler Reddick and sixth place Kyle Busch. There's 6 points. Tyler Reddick's actually tied with Chase Elliott. So there's some tight battles going on. That 1 point, Tyler Reddick had that 1 point. Otherwise, he'd be behind Chase Elliott. So that one it wasn't Tyler Reddick. Yeah, it was Tyler Reddick that got that bonus point for the fastest lap. So that put him ahead of Chase Elliott there. So that 1 point does make a huge difference.
Oh yeah, it does. A lot of them think it doesn't, but it sure does.
I like to point those out because a lot of people don't think it's that big of a deal, but it is kind of a big deal if you think about it, especially as we get closer to the playoffs. It could mean the difference of getting in and not getting in to the playoffs.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Any other people we want to, any other comments you want to make? What are your thoughts about all the tire issues this weekend and the pit road mishaps?
Yeah, I don't know. It's they're trying to get every last second they can, coming in and out. So you're gonna have that.
Well, I
Plus,
think Las Vegas has an unusual pit road
yeah,
too, don't they?
yeah, it does, and and they're excited. The season started. They're finally racing again, and a lot of these drivers, they need to start coming out here every week. And kind of toning it down a little bit. And realizing, hey, it's a long season. You don't have to win this week in order to, yeah, you want to win to get in the playoffs to have a spot, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of spots that are going to go to those that have the points. So, you really got to think, at the long picture.
Yes, indeed. That's a good point, Sal. Well, I know you're going to be at the racetrack this weekend. We've got a lot of previews coming up later on this week with Jay. We're going to be previewing the top 3 series as well as the ARCA East. And along with the ARCA East preview, we're going to include the ASA Stars Tour that's also going to be racing at Five Flags Speedway. So watch for that coming out on Thursdays and Friday. And then Patrick Starpoli, we're going to be interviewing him on Thursday night. I'm hoping Sal can join us. He'll let me know. If not, I'm still going to do the interview because I can't wait to catch up with Patrick. He announced that he's going to be racing 5 races with Venturini Motorsports this season. He's already raced 1 at Phoenix. The next one coming up is going to be Talladega. So we'll be able to talk to him about all of that. And we might just be able to get a little tidbit of any other breaking news that's coming out for him. So stay tuned for more there.
Oh yeah, it's going to be exciting. Definitely going to be exciting.
So that's on Thursday night, and we'll get that out Thursday night, most likely, if not on Friday morning. So I don't think we have anything more, but I'm looking forward to hearing what you see out at Five Flags Speedway this weekend, Sal.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to. I mean, you know what? Finally get to see my first ARCA East race, and then
Yes.
the ASA races is star-studded with all the big names in super late model racing. So it's going to be exciting to get out there and and see a lot of the boys out there. See who can grab that big. I'm not sure. I think it's 20,000 to win or something like that. I know it's a big purse.
Yes, indeed. And then the Xfinity next week, they start their Dash for Cash bonus money too.
Yeah, so we got some exciting racing coming up here in the near future.
All right, folks. Next up will be our NASCAR Hot Topic Sound Off live stream, and we hope you'll join us in the live chat feature as we discuss those hot topics. So that starts at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central and at 7 o'clock Pacific time. So we'll see you in the next live stream.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
Yeah. Take care. Good night, everyone.
Good night.